All right, fine. Let's do a show and stuff. Holy cow. This is In Other News. I'm your host, Mike Ross. I appreciate you hanging out with me. Graham problems again. So just if you're there, guys, we're cool. If not, hopefully you guys can find us on the YouTubes. But it says apparently that we're there doing our Instagram thing. So there you go. I want to start this program. There's a lot to cover. We have one big, bold, beautiful blunder. We also have the Dems acting crazy about it. One beautiful scene from inside the Capitol. We have Brits eating Texas barbecue for the first time. That's just because I wanted that on my show. What happened with that Cosby kid? This is going to be interesting. Diddy is not guilty, and Lizzo is hot as hell. What? There's so much going on. There is so much happening. But let's start with healthcare. This and the reason why I asked Queen Bee if I could share the story, because she just went to the doctor for a headache that she has over and over again. It's in the same spot. I think it's a sinus headache. She thinks it's a cluster headache. Could be allergies, whatever it was. Yes, we will get to APS is on my list right here, dear. APS is on my list. I'm going to highlight it. I'm going to do my little square thing that I like to do around things that are important. And we will talk about that. Yes. I was in the know about that because I have a friend that works with the Corporation Commission. We'll talk about that shortly. Any Who'sville. The cluster headaches that she was getting. So she was like, okay, I'm just going to make an appointment with a neurologist and really see if we can dial in on this, because I mean, these headaches that she gets are just debilitating. They just jack her up in every way. They floor her. And I've never seen somebody I care about writhe in pain like that. So it's, yes, you have been squared, Rhonda. Michael did get to point that out. So she just got back, and she sent me a text of the medication that they're going to put her on. One's a daily medication, one's for situational use. And then 2 more tests that they ordered. And I'm like, okay, hold on. They put you on medication before they sent a test. She goes, yeah, you should have seen that. I asked him to take a picture of his little notepad there, his little whatever device he was holding on to. He literally said this. What are you going to do? Are you going to look it up? Yeah. This is my brain. This is my head. I would like to see what medication you are prescribing me in perpetuity daily. Oh, man. Who turned that dang light on? It looked like I got a honeycomb over my head. Hold on. I'm not going anywhere. Bone chill. Anyway. Yeah, I'm going to research the medication that you're having me take, you idiot. She's like, what if I have a reaction to it or something like that? Do you know what he said his answer was? Make sure you're just taking it home in case you feel weird or, lowers your blood pressure or something like that. You get dizzy, make sure you're just at home. So the reason why I bring this up, and it pisses me off. 9 ways of Sunday. I mean, Rob's old doctor, not the one we share. His old doctor is in his 60s. Instead of been doing this for 40 years, literally this is guesswork. It's all this is. But this twerp at this neurologist, he just basically was like, okay, I got to go. Like, we had a busy waiting room here, busy lobby. So, I got to go take your prescription, go do your MRI, and we'll see you back here in a couple months. Follow up. I'm not bleeping kidding. I'm not kidding you. Sorry, I'm not kidding me. Wish I was kidding. So when we're going all this, Medicaid and Medicare and American healthcare, and we have no flipping healthcare. We don't. We have to be our own advocates. We literally have to have a part-time job that is simply taking care of our own body when we're getting billed through insurance or doctors for the professional should be accurate and correct advice and treatment. Nope. Got to stay on the gas yourself. Lynn knows this, dude. Lynn, I know you know this, brother. You got to stay on the gas. You got to be, something's wrong. I'll tell you a little story here that this is kind of why it sent me over. And I asked Queen Bee if I could talk about it. Yeah, doctor questioning if you're going to look it up sounds sketchy. Wait, you're not going to look into the kickbacks that I get from the pharmaceutical company, are you? No. Oh, you're just going to look at side effects? Okay, cool. Hey, make sure you take it at home. Mm-hmm. there's a hospital near me. And we used to call it Death Valley Hospital. And my old partner, co-host Whiny, his wife almost bled out on the table delivering their second kid. And I was told by them I have cancer. I didn't. But I've been such a freak about our healthcare system. And I can't say healthcare, our medical system. And Medicare doesn't care. Hey, Lynn, I hear you on that one, 100%. So later on in life, I realized how much I have to be my own advocate when it comes to the United States medical system, because it sucks. And you all know me. I'm an American apologist. I'm an American exceptionalist. I love this country. I'm not one of the, and this sucks, and this sucks, and this sucks. No, our system of healthcare and medicine sucks. It's awful. When I had my first brain surgery, I had just every part. It looks like when you get to the picture, and if y'all and I ever hang out, just ask me for the picture. I'll show. I'm not going to show it on here. It's disgusting. Of what they took out of my head and what they replaced it with. It looks like they went down to Ace, the emergency room in Flagstaff. They went down to Ace and got a bunch of parts and put my skull back together and some duct tape. I think there was some chicken wire in there, I want to say. So there is, I went about my way after that surgery. I'm like, okay, I'm fine. I started feeling something weird. Like every time I'd raise my eyebrows, that moves your scalp, I'd feel a clicking, like a snagging right here, and where I had the surgery. I was like, something's wrong, man. I go, it doesn't feel like something's wrong. Y'all, I don't care. I will say who this was. I went to the tippity top of Barrow Neurological Institute, to the very top. The numero uno dude, the head honcho. Did some tests. Had a visit with him. Finally got in to see him. When I'm begging people, I'm like, hey, listen, there's something wrong with my skull, you guys. I need help. He comes in there, says, look, I don't have a lot of time. I've looked at your imaging, and it's nothing that I'm going to open you up for. I'm not going to risk infection. I'm not going to open you up for that. You're going to be fine. Essentially rub some dirt on it. I got to go. I got a tea time or whatever the hell he had to do. Had a little speech lunch that he had to do, whatever the hell it was. And I was told by a doctor prior to that my skull was essentially dissolving. I forget what they call it. My skull was basically just not accepting the metal bolts and the chicken wire and the stuff that the duct tape that they put in there. And so the workers' comp company I was working through, because it was in a work event that I had this done, the case nurse called and said, hey, listen, we're going to do an independent review on what you have going on. We're going to bring an independent doctor in, somebody outside of your team that has been working on you for years. And this was Dr. Sharma. God bless him. And he's not a brain surgeon. He is a bone doctor. He puts bones back together. So he put my skull back together. He did this Gorilla Glue, right? So I had this, and I only use Gorilla Tape, guys. I just do. I only use Gorilla Tape. But I do have a fun Gorilla Glue story. It has to do with one of my hats and some other things. Anyway, so I go to Dr. Sharma. He goes, there's literally zero integrity in your skull right now. If somebody hits you right here, you will be a vegetable or dead. There's zero integrity. There's zero structural integrity in that part of your head. Now, mind you, 2 weeks prior, I was told by the tippity top of the best neurological institute we have, it's nothing I'm going to open you up for. So to the imaging I went, and to the 3D printer that those instructions went, and then a good third of my brain, not third, probably 20% of my skull is basically a football helmet. Yep, there you go. But had I not advocated for myself and kept saying, no, something is wrong, someone has to help me, I'd probably be dead. I'd be a veg. Same thing. If I didn't advocate for myself. Now, I tell Queen Bee, okay, go get the scripts if he's already thrown them out there. Get the scripts, fine, but do your research. And if you don't agree with it, make an appointment with someone else and figure something else out. Yeah. Yeah, you fractured your skull in a motorcycle accident. Oh, damn, brother. Whew. It's no joke. Once air touches your brain, you are a changed human being forever. Ever. The makeup, your medulla oblongata or whatever the hell it is, it's all jacked up. My pituitary is jacked up. Everything was jacked up. Yep. Oh my gosh, that's funny. See, this is what men do. You'll never find me without Gorilla Tape in my truck. I'll always have Gorilla Tape in my truck. Stopped a gas leak with Gorilla Tape before Southwest Gas emergency team could arrive. That's funny. I don't know if you guys have heard this before. I'll tell you the story, and then we'll get to the shenanigans going on in our world. I was moving. I believe it was Whiny. I was moving many times at Whiny Move. Whiny moved a lot, and me and Camping Chad were helping him move. And of course, we're moving stuff all day. We're having beers, pizza, and all that. And I'm like, you got a gas leak, man. It's like, no, I don't. I'm like, I can smell it. You got a gas leak. There's gas leaking in this house somewhere. Gas leaking. He's like, no, man, you've had too much to drink, bro. Sit a few plays out. There's no gas smell in here. You're good. Like, okay. And a couple minutes later, I was like, hey, listen, call the gas company. They come out here for free, and they'll check it out. They'll help you out. They'll at least test it. So the guy comes out right away. Guy comes out and he comes back in. He goes, you do not have a gas leak. And so I start getting the points. I told you I had too much to drink. He goes, but your neighbor does. No love from the neighbor there. Big thank you or nothing. It's like when I was at Marley's one time, the restaurant, the bar. I was at Marley's. I was on the patio with Whiny. It was at Bree's right before Bree's wedding. And I was like, I said, you need to get a manager out here. Do you guys have a gas leak? Something is leaking out here. You have a gas leak. I have a super sniffer. So I was like, you guys have a gas leak. Dan's brother comes out. I know it's Dan's brother because I played against him in high school. He didn't recognize me or chatting it up or anything like that. But he was like, hey, you said we have a gas leak. He's like, I don't think we do. So he goes around to all of the tower heaters and starts lifting up where the tanks are. He does like 3 of them, gets to the 4th, and he said, I hear him go, oh shit. And he turns it off, and he basically just detaches the tank. And then he slides it back down and just walks away. Never been back to Mars again. Can't even say thank you, bro. How about a pint? Like, come on. Dude, if somebody came out here for a smoke break, dude, this place would have blown up. Yes, we know you have a gas leak, Chris. Yes. Oh, and Queen Bee sends her apologies. She'd already booked something well before we were off, even before I started the show. So she is very thankful. And she did say this because Grizz offered, so everybody understands this. If you guys need pest control, you can reach out to Grizz, please. But he's got a great company, good people, and good him, obviously. But she goes, because Grizz offered to just go take care of her ant problem for free. And I'm like, I just have the coolest people in my life. And she was so thankful. And she goes, you know what, though? She goes, I would have bought Grizz something or paid Grizz more than I would have paid anybody else because he's our friend and it was so sweet what he did. And I was so thankful for that. So some whatever company came over today and apparently bombed the hell out of the place. So who knows? But I appreciate you, buddy. I really, really do. Everything does change with a brain accident, brother. I think you, me, Grizz. Hey, Lynn, are you in that same thing? I know Grizz and I are. And Eddie doesn't have that excuse, which is weird. Brendan doesn't have that excuse either. So, he just drives an Xterra. It's not his fault. I love you guys. Tomorrow, by the way, I just did the coolest AI thing. I can't wait to show you in the Go Show. It's go material. Oh, I can't wait. Very excited about this. Okay, so anyway. She wanted, by the way, she was like, can you text him? I feel so bad. I feel so horrible. He's so sweet. So she might text you to say, yeah, sorry for this. Had friends summer home leveled by a gas leak. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's so terrible. That's so terrible. Inbound pipe. Below the meter was all cracked from irrigation. Yeah. With the weed whacker, and a big chunk of it came off and started hissing. Right. Damn. Dude, back when I had my first house on, I was an East Side guy, Val Vista and Warner. Yes, on that little golf course out there, those little tiny cluster homes. First house I bought, 89.9 on the golf course. I had this little tiny patch of grass, this little kidney bean shaped little area of grass right in the middle of the in the yard. And so I had an electric mower. I was like, I don't need a gas mower for out here. It's just, this thing is like, 10 square feet or 100 square feet. And so I had a little one of the plug-in lawnmowers, and I heard this. I'm like, holy crap! This thing's like electrifying right in front of me. I'm like, oh my god! Ah! I just ripped the thing out of the wall, and I keep hearing the sound. I'm like, oh no! I look over at my big sliding door. It's spidering. It'd been, while I was mowing the lawn, it was hit by a golf ball. And it sounded like just something being electrocuted. Oh my gosh, terrible. No, you're just Canadian, pal. Yeah. Can't get off the fence and pick one. Dual citizenship. All right, let's get to the a-holes and slappies up in DC. This big blunder, beautiful blunder, whatever the hell it is, OB3. It raises the debt ceiling and adds to our debt and deficit. Therefore, I'm against it. Sorry. What happened to Elon saying been close to $2 trillion? What happened to that? We're just going to put that $2 trillion. Oh, yeah. We need an F-45. This is a crap bill. I'm sorry. And it gives the Democrats too many toe holes in this thing. Too many. There are too many things that it hands our basically the adversary. And all for a big win? For what? More border funding? Bro, you shut it down. You don't need more. Seriously. That's like saying I got 2 cars, I need a third. You don't need a third. Dude, you really don't. Oh, but it's for the betterment and transportation of our family. Okay, but we still have 2 cars. What the hell? Border security pisses me off. Gonna build a big border wall. Okay, I thought Mexico was paying for that. You're ticking us off, dude. We have seen no perp walks. Hell, Diddy is getting off. How about that? Greg, thanks for stopping by, pal. But Diddy's even getting off. We don't see any perp walks from any of these mother bleeping sons of, now Fauci's going to go testify again. Yay, nothing's going to happen. Got busted that Christopher Wray was working in lockstep with this whole take Trump out. He's not going anywhere. Comey, everybody. The hell, man. It's been, hey, I understand. It's been 5 pun very intended, pal. It's only been 6 months. Okay. Cool. Where is it? You have 6 months to put together a case on anyone. Don't care. Pick one. For the love of God, ring Nancy Pelosi up. Ring Paul Pelosi up for insider trading. Whatever. Give us something. Something. Tell us you know that OJ did it. We know that OJ did it. But this bill is absolutely terrible. Here's Pocahontas.
Now, at the end of the vote, when the Republicans won, they cheered. They cheered over taking away health care.
Don't have health care. We just covered that. We have crap.
From around 17 million people, they cheered over giving huge tax breaks to a handful of billionaires. Yeah. They cheered over running up the national debt by another $3.5 trillion. You know. Oh, now you guys are worried about debt and deficit. It's bad. It's bad economically.
Oh.
It's bad morally.
Oh.
This bill is just wrong. Okay. But we stay in the fight. We stay in the fight to enrich ourselves. We stay in the fight to insider trade like you and your husband are doing. We stay in the fight to lie our way up to higher positions. We stay in the fight.
Y'all, I keep getting asked by a super intelligent liberal friend of mine, are we going to see it in our lifetime? The more I see of this, the more I say yes. The more I'm leaning towards yes. I don't want it. I don't want it at all. Craziest thing I'm looking forward at this time is like, oh, we have Iranian sleeper cells in here? Okay. We've been practicing. But this is who the Democrats have. This is one of their leaders. And they think that anybody's buying this crap. Nobody's buying this crap. Nobody is. She keeps going.
Fight, because actually there are pieces of this bill that we got better. We got the tax on solar and wind knocked out, and that's going to help with clean energy. We got
solar and wind. I'm sorry, I can say it on this program, can't say it on another program. Solar and wind is not clean energy. Folks, it's not. Period. It's not. It's dirty as hell. It is dirty as hell. Do you imagine just keeping those damn windmills winterized, keeping them lubed? You guys can jump in. It's okay. Keeping them lubed up. How much diesel did it take to put the things up? How many tankers did it take to bring those blades from China? The only repurposing I've ever seen from these windmills, is there was a country that is using the blades that retire quickly and making park benches out of them. Other than that, it's going to landfills. Absolutely unbelievable. Suppressors, yes, they did that. They at least they got some the suppressor portion. I don't know if they got it through. It's still got to go through. I'm blanking on the process here, but the tax stamp is gone. So they walked away from the $200. Yeah, okay, that's good.
A few different pieces and made them better. So that's reason number one. Is always the reminder. All of those calls matter. Reason number two is it's still not over. The bill has now got to go back over to the House. And there are a lot of Republicans who are feeling really squeamish about this bill.
They should.
At this point.
They should. That's the only truthful thing she said. And only the factual thing that she said. There are Republicans that are freaked out about this, and they should be. Damn it, remember, the golden age of America is about to begin. The golden age of America. Here we go. And then they start passing legislation, and we're like, well, wasn't that the same? What's the difference between this and the Inflation Reduction Act? What the hell's the difference? Nothing. Look at Lisa Murkowski from Alaska. Lisa Murkowski's like, I did what I needed to do for my state. Everybody was in it for themselves. Period. Oh, healthcare, my assets. Dear God. Both parties are jamming. Yep. And I look at, and again, you all know me. I will give credit where credit's due. Barack Obama said that, and he said it masterfully. It's only pork spending when it's not in your district. It's the right thing to do. It's only pork spending when it's not in your district. Yep. He's right on that one. He is definitely right on that one. Holy cow. All right, let's get to APS. Thank you, Rhonda, for sending this over. I hate a portion of our Arizona State Constitution. I understand it, but I loathe it. It is a provision. It is an amendment in our Arizona State Constitution that utilities in the state must operate at a certain profit margin. Has that been interpreted in the past that, APS and SRP, you better just shape up there. All right, better watch your spend. Better make sure you guys are running at a profit. You guys have to, by the state constitution, by state law, you have to operate at a certain profit. So you have to keep your house in order and stay at that profit margin. Nope. It's been interpreted by getting people elected to the Corporation Commission, and the Corporation Commission giving them their kickbacks, and I'm sure the power companies giving them commissions and kickbacks, trips and all that nonsense. That it's been now interpreted as, every time they're not operating that profit margin, they need to increase prices and we need to improve it. Why? Because the Arizona State Constitution says so. APS is applying for a 14% increase. A 14% increase. And they're not stupid. Don't think, oh, well, I got solar, so I'm good. I got solar. No. That 14% goes on your service fee. That 14% isn't on people that are just like me right now running a 30-year-old AC unit in the side of the house. No. So here's the scam. The scam is I'm going to run advertising. By the way, they should not be able to advertise. That's my first thing when I run the state of Arizona. One of my first things. One-way ticket for Katie Hobbs, anywhere she wants to go. Adrian Fontes, anywhere he wants to go. One-way ticket. And then we'll shut the borders down to them. Anyway, one of my first things is the APS and SRP cannot. That's funny. APS stands for a punishment system. Which is true, is what I'm got to get into. So they can run advertising, which they shouldn't have. Why do they have advertising? I can't choose between APS and SRP. I can't. So when APS and SRP tell you, here's how to save money on your bill. Here's how to save energy. Here's how to save costs. This is going to save you money. If you just do your dishes off of peak hours, it's going to save you money. If you just do your wash a certain way, it's going to save you money. Nope. Because when it saves me money, that means that their profits go down. Their profits go down. They go to the Corporation Commission, get an approval for a rate hike. And then I'm back to paying more even when I'm sweating it out in here, trying to keep my AC at like 78. Oh, it's ridiculous. Oh, yeah. Yes, Brendan. Yes. Every damn time. Yeah. Yeah. Just, you don't have to ask. Come on. Because I got the suite. I got the suite for the next two Dodger games, right? So you're right. Oh yeah, you don't need to ask. You got it. Yeah. I got the APS suite or the SRP suite. Yeah. 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 Here's how I save money. Don't turn it on. Die. Just sweat. Let your body take over naturally. Save some money. But then that doesn't work because everyone else is saving money. I'm not giving them money, but now my service fee's going. It's a racket. But yeah, so 14% increase they're looking for. And yeah. And it's all public, by the way. You can see their CEO pays and their executive pays and all of this. And they want more just to keep bleeding us dry. It's absolutely absurd is what it is. Let's go to some positive. Because I think this is cool. And I'm actually really excited about it. You guys, I don't like her music. That one song she had is catchy as hell. But I thought Lizzo was probably the worst thing to happen to young women in this country. Glorifying this morbidly obese lifestyle. She called herself a trailblazer in the industry. Loving her body positivity. Just being gross. And I mean gross. Sorry. That is not healthy. Going back to our doctor talk, right? There's no doctor in this country to be like, hey, Lizzo, you're looking great, honey. All right, get out to McDonald's. You get out of here, kid. You're doing great. Yeah. Lizzo decided to do something about her weight. Instead of being a role model for young girls to weigh a lot more than their hearts could handle. She was blazing a wide trail. You're right, Brendan. Yes, she was. Yeah. Got to tell you this though. Y'all look at this. Banging.
I do my thing. I do my thing. Bitch. I do my thing. I do my thing. Wait, what you call me?
Hit it, girl. That was the first video she posted right there, her getting herself in shape. Here apparently, doctor confirmed, by the way, doctor confirmed there's no something involved. It was just, she puts her menu out. She posts her menu and what she eats. And I got to tell you, I'm like, girl, put me on that menu.
I do my thing. I do my thing, bitch. I do my thing. I do my thing.
It's not AI.
What you call me?
Look at this. That's just every kind of cool, man. I don't know. I was a hater. I was a hater. Father of 2 young girls. Yo, hater. Hell. Well, father and uncle, 2 young girls. Come on. Like, why would you? This is not positive. This sucks. And then here she is. She's like, look, no, y'all. I do my thing. I just saw that today, and I just think it's positive as hell. I just really do. I really, really do. Oh my gosh, I was like, whoa, sup, Lizzo? And good for her. Oh, but she has the money, private chefs, this and that. Okay, again, I don't begrudge anybody for making a lot of money. Good job. Be successful. She's a better singer than I am. She sold more albums than I have. So that's, yeah. Now she's getting hate from the body positive community over losing weight. Hell yes, she is. Hell yes, she is. And it's ridiculous, but okay, you know what? Lizzo's going to be alive in a few years, and they won't. Body positivity. Oh, dude, I've absolutely crushing meals lately. Yeah, I'm telling you. I would have to seriously. I've been murdering it. Made some pork kebabs. So I made them this morning too because they were so damn good. Yeah, I do my thing, biatch. Oh man, I like cooking too much to do that. I like cooking too much. Yeah, some coach just slapped my hand every time I reached and grabbed for an IPA. Somebody right in the back of the head. Pow. Oh, that story I told you all about Buffalo Wild Wings, by the way. They have their own beer. It's a Pilsner, solid. For $4 for a big-ass glass of it? Hell yeah, for 20 ounce. Solid. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Weight loss drug. Yeah, they called it Lizzo, right? That's what they called. Yes, Truman, in the South Park episode, the Lizzo episode. I started taking Lizzo. That means I just don't give a damn about my weight. Love it. And she was, I remember watching the video of her watching that video. And that had to have had something. God, I knew somebody was going to bring the casserole up. You just wait, sir. You just wait. I'm going to make your ass a casserole, and you're going to like it. I'm going to make it. You watch. It's going to happen. Let's go back. Let's keep getting on to this big, beautiful blunder bill nonsense. One of the most embarrassing things that I've seen in Brozempic. I like that. Yeah, I had Brotox once when I doing my brain surgery things. Yeah, they gave me Brotox. A little bit of Brozempic, yeah. I had a friend of mine on it, lost 30 pounds. I'm anti. I'm not lying. I've seen results. I've seen results that are amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm so anti this Ozempic stuff. I really am. I've seen it work. Therefore, I've said, I've advertised for semaglutide on terrestrial radio. But damn, I think the side effects. I mean, I was good to be with Red Mountain Weight Loss in that because that was their own proprietary stuff. It wasn't this big pharma stuff, which I think are going to have way too many side effects. Way too many. I know yeah. And ass. Yes, that too. Yes. Lose weight, but they really always start losing their hair. Yeah, yeah. There's it's not right. What's going on? But I guess it wasn't a diabetes drug, wasn't it? Does that mean you don't get the diabetes? Yeah, maybe. All right. Anyway, back to the big beautiful blunder. And doctors, there is a Democratic doctor caucus. It has, I think, 4 or 5 members. And they were standing and protesting inside the Capitol today, wearing lab coats to remind you they're doctors, wearing lab coats, and being absolutely ignored by who? By everyone. This is one of the most cringy things you're ever going to see. This is funny. This is beautiful.
Doctors Caucus. Democratic doctors' practice. We have cared for the sickest patients in our communities. As physicians, we didn't care if someone was a Democrat or a Republican. In fact, that is never an issue that you address.
This is beautiful. How cringe is this? Look, somebody is more important going by. Press cares.
And let me be clear. The big, ugly betrayal bill will hurt people. You cannot cut $1 trillion.
These are grown-ass people
in healthcare and not.
These are elected representatives. Who are they representing? Slappies?
Our healthcare community. This is not fiscal responsibility. It's a smash and grab robbery of our healthcare system to give billionaires tax breaks. And while we're here, let's do some back of the napkin math and talk about what $1 trillion.
She literally thinks people care. Nobody's even making eye contact with this evil gargoyle.
Dollars really could do. It could provide a full year of mental health care to hundreds of millions of people. It could cover the cost of giving birth for roughly 70 million women.
Yeah, none of this is
that no family in this country goes bankrupt for paying for prescription drugs. And it could easily.
Yeah, so that's, I think that's a good thing, because I was actually listening to what she said there in that last piece. The more I was just laughing at everybody walking by her and not caring. She's talking about no one will go bankrupt because of prescription drug costs. Why is that a thing? Because of you. Are you talking about tax breaks to billionaires? That's what you got to worry about, a tax break for billionaires, when you are literally, your industry is bankrupting what you would call ordinary Americans because of prescription costs. Costas. Okay, I'll skip the water. I'll get right to this. It's an IPA. I'm kidding. It's coffee. Like I said, nothing's going to happen with healthcare. Nope. No. All of them make too much money out of the healthcare system. It's BS because there's no healthcare. There's no healthcare. It's all guessing. It's all drugs. Period. The United States is the biggest pusher of drugs in the world. Full stop. Yeah. Dr. Bunsen Baker. I'd rather listen to Pinky in the Brain. I'd go to Pinky in the Brain to fix me in some of these yahoos. Holy cow. I think she's still going. And I think the Daily Caller just stayed there because they were like, this is funny.
Fund dental, vision, and hearing care for all of our seniors. That's what happened.
You already have
Congress chose to invest $1 trillion in people. But instead, Republicans are choosing to do the bidding of their billionaire donors.
Oh my God.
This caucus.
Hello, pillow pot. This is kettle.
While Donald Trump trades wives for luxury. The American people deserve to know exactly what it is that's being done in their name, in their democracy. And we
I say if you democracy, we're not in a democracy, you dope. Yeah, I say everybody that speaks out against Donald Trump from here on out, if you're an elected official, you speak out against the president of the United States, you immediately forfeit your pay just like he did. There you go. Then you can talk. Then you can keep talking. Then you can talk all the trash you want. Forego your pay. Yeah. Oh yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, man. Look, those are the ones they got that semaglutide. They got that that Ozempic poster everywhere. Hell yeah. Getting that mad kickback. Oh my God, it's so embarrassing. Seriously, why is only Yeah. Look, we can read this up here. Seriously, why is it only billionaires now, not millionaires also? Because they're all millionaires. Yeah. 100%. That's the same reason, Grizz, is why they use the middle class, the term middle class, more than any other term. They describe any one of their constituents as middle class because everyone that isn't a multimillionaire sees themselves as middle class. I know millionaires that would see themselves as upper middle class and not the top 1%. No lie. I mean, I've invested well, but I still see myself as middle class. Lower middle class. I'm a West Side guy. Sorry. let's have some. Let's see. Can we get off of that stuff and we can get to some positivity here? Yeah, let's get to some positivity if you guys want to have some fun, because I'm all about having some fun. There's these kids that are doing this. I see an Ozempic is made in Norway, and they won't even give it to their own citizens. They sell it to Americans because they pay through the nose for it. Steve, jeez, bro. Woo. Yep. Yeah. Damn. Yeah. We have a holiday, a very celebratory Independence Day weekend coming up. And I might just do some ribs now that I see this. There are these kids from across the pond that they come over here and they try American food and they flip out. I don't know if you've seen the videos of like when kids like at whatever school in Britain or whatever has their first egg McMuffin or something, and watching the kids' reactions. It's hilarious. It's a lot of fun. These guys get a scolding when they eat some ribs. It's a little tense at the very beginning, but the owner of this joint is making it happen. Check this out. This is fun.
Whoa. I know you're.
Yeah, dude, just chill the hell out. I know you ain't from here, man. Dude, look at this. Looks like these guys are scared. Genuinely scared.
From where you're from?
We're foreign. Well, we don't know what we're doing.
Stop with the knife.
No, you don't need a knife?
No, you pull it apart with your hand. And listen, hold up. And you take your fingers and you lift that up and you eat it.
Okay.
Not with a fork.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. Sorry.
Enjoy.
He's like, please don't hurt us. Sorry. Really sorry. Oh.
Holding your food and eating it like that.
I love eating with hands. Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Okay.
No.
I'm sorry I let it get that far.
No. Our mistake.
Yeah, sorry I scared the living crap out of you, pasty. Never mind. Yeah.
Completely.
We're not used to meat being soft enough to just rip it apart without a knife.
Okay.
I mean, that's not normal. Mate, cheers.
Cheers.
It's the best ribs in America.
Yep. Yeah, bro. I feel the same way every time I bite into mine. Oh, yeah.
Oh
Just throw them out of your mouth.
my gosh.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you just celebrate this?
Oh my god.
Like, humanity's going to be all right because we have barbecue.
What?
It goes to show you how craptastic
the
UK
most-
food is.
Succulent meat with the most beautiful glaze.
Can you see how cleanly that's come off the bone? You see that? I'm sorry, I completely lost for words.
That's right. You get a little emotional. You do. When you get barbecue, you get emotional. God, we have guns, barbecue, and rednecks. We will never be invaded. We are the greatest nation in the world. And none of the things I just mentioned had anything to do with our idiot leadership. None. Oh, gosh. I know they thought the brisket was too fatty. That they're like, All right, I'll throw Robbie into the bus. So I was over at Robbie's house, and this is a while ago. And his wife brings home a Little Miss barbecue, and she goes, I got a beef rib and I got some brisket. The beef rib was just, God, it was heaven. So good. Then we're taking slices of this brisket, and I'm not kidding. Your boy Rob Hunter starts cutting off the fat. And I'm looking at him like, you like he's some foreign, where are you from? Like, you're from Boston, dude. Like, Boston should be like America. And you're taking you're cutting the fat off brisket. He goes, fat's bad for you. I don't like the fat. I said, here's what I'm gonna have you do, bro. Just trust your big bro. So I had him cut a nice cross section, good amount of fat on there, good amount of meat, good amount of char on there. I want you to throw this in, and I want you just to chew, and I want you to let it dance. Let all those flavors just come together. Let them just dance together in there, man. Just go. Dance party in Rob's mouth. He did it, and his eyes looked just like those Brits. He was like, what the hell have I been missing? Oh, that's all fat is, meat candy. Oh. Yeah, but he changed his life. He's fat off everything. He gets ribeyes. He's like, oh, hell yeah. Dude, that marbling in it. He gets all excited. Wagyu. Hell yeah, let's go. Oh, beans on toast is tasty. Yeah, the America, try her ribs. I should give that try beans on toast. The Midwest too, dude. If I'm sorry if I'm going to insult some people here, I might insult people, but it's my show. I can do what I want. Midwest sucks at cooking. Midwest food sucks. It is the most bland, fattening nonsense. Because I don't mind fattening if it tastes great. But I mean, it's born of Americana. It's born of our farming heritage. It's born of our cattle industry, where people would come in for dinner. That was lunch. Supper is dinner. They'd come in for dinner in the middle of the day after, feeding 30,000 head of cattle, and they needed the energy. They needed the calories to get back out there. There's no damn seasoning on any. It's like Raising Cane's chicken. There's no seasoning. None. It's bland as hell. Somebody made me what was it? A tater tot casserole. Speaking of casseroles, great. Tater tot casserole. I'm like, you had me tater tots. Had me a casserole. Well, what you putting in there? Some gravy? Oh, you had me a gravy. Let's go. I don't know if I've ever been more excited to eat something to that point in my life. Zero taste. Zero. They didn't even brown up the tater tots. They didn't even get them no crunch in there, no nothing. No salt, no anything. The Midwest. It is our show, Greg. Grizz, I'm sorry, buddy. You are very correct there, Grizz. Yes. Son to college in Nebraska. A good Mexican place. Oh, here we go. Yeah. It tastes like sadness and disappointment. It tasted like ice needs to be here. It's like our Chinese food restaurants here in Phoenix. I mean, they're made by real Mexicans. It's fantastic. They cook like crazy. Irish nachos, tater tot, but yeah, Irish nachos are fantastic. I'm down with that. Yeah. It's a bowl of canned beans with a touch of garlic powder. Like they just, the Midwest can't cook. People are like, oh, I can't wait for some Midwest cooking. Some cornbread and chili. You'll get the texture of cornbread and chili. It ain't going to taste like cornbread and chili. I think Texas is where it stops. Texas, and you go west, we can cook like madmen over here. And we have brisket. Put that in your pipe and smoke it eastern part of the country. Oh, I don't know. So brisket, we have, I apologize, tri-tip. They don't have tri-tips over there. The Midwest, East Coast, they don't know what the hell a tri-tip is. They have no idea what a tri-tip is. I was looking at, salt and pepper is spicy. They were, I was watching one of the barbecue cooking competitions. They had an East Coaster on there, and they had to make a tri-tip. And he was like, it looks like a tiny brisket. I have no idea what the hell this thing is. He had never seen it. He's a Michelin chef. Never saw it. Didn't know what the hell it was. Oh, for a fourth barbecue. Okay. I got to go to, who has Miss Tootsie? What barbecue joint has Miss Tootsie as the pit master? Let me just ask. Let me see if Siri's got this. What barbecue restaurant in Texas has Miss Tootsie as their pit master? Oh, Siri. I'm going to tell you. Hold on. I'm going to find this here. Miss Tootsie. Miss Tootsie Barbecue. Snow's Barbecue. Voted best barbecue in Texas by Texas Monthly. Yes. Is Miss Tootsie still in 23? She started working Saturdays and Sundays. She's still working as the pit master there. You guys, I will see if I can do a post. I think it's on Netflix. I think it's called Chef's Table. This woman is, during the week, her day job, she's a custodian at a high school. She is 80-something years old, guys. She's 80-something years old. So, Brendan, if you get to Snow's Barbecue, I don't know how far it's going to be from where you get there. On Saturday and Sunday mornings, they have basically lotteries for people to go to the front of the line. That's your prize. They sell beer in line. And when they're out of meat, they're out of meat. Miss Tootsie gets there at like 2 a.m. at 80-something years old. kicks on all of the big pit smokers. She's shoveling the wood, shoveling the coals. She's doing it all. She does it. She doesn't have thermometers on her smoker. She literally puts her hand on top of the smoker and she can tell you what temp it is. I swear this to you guys. I wanted to make a keychain out of her, just carry her around. Like if I had the money, if I had like Bezos money, I would do whatever I could to put Miss Tootsie up in anything she wanted, any house, mansion, anything she wanted, if she just cooked for me every day. And this did the briskets and the ribeyes. She was just doing these ribeyes by hand. Boop, 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 boop. I'm sure the health inspector had something to do, but then Miss Tootsie would probably smack him in his face with her shovel. Y'all got to check it out, man. Oh, so fantastic. Yeah, snows. Oh, my God. But Miss Tootsie is a cool thing because she's a custodian. She's out there driving a lawnmower around the football field. Oh. You could keep up with her? Oh, I think you meant you couldn't keep up with her. There's no way in hell. There's no way in hell. Oh, yeah, there you go. Brisket, tri-tip. Spanish rice. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That was from the song No Sex in the Champagne Room by the great Oracle Chris Rock. One of the lines was, cornbread. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's it. Could not. I'm with you, Truman. There's no way in hell. There's no way in hell. I would just stand and stare at her in awe. And she just keeps wiping her face. They've got no AC back there. She's just sweating it. Yeah. Let it slide. There's no reason to spend the next 10 years of your life in jail because somebody smudged your Puma. Oh, we didn't get to Cognify, did we? We didn't do that. Sheesh. Okay, we got to get to everything else. Let's get to everything else, and we'll do Cognify on Monday. There is a national sick day, a sick out that is on its way by the Democrats. They want to show all these billionaires, these greedy profiteers, these capitalists, what happens if America doesn't show up to work.
Millions of us stopped working, stopped spending, and stopped producing all at the same time.
And if you want to hang out with me, if you're bored and not shopping. Anyway.
There's a movement brewing. It's called the People's Sick Day, and what it is a 3-day economic blackout. That means no work, no shopping, no production, just pause. 3 days where we remind the system that without us, nothing moves.
I love this.
But here's the twist. We're not giving out the dates until 48 hours before because we don't want to give the corporations time to plan and stop us from having this happen. Because let's be honest, if they knew what we were planning, they'd shut it down before it even started. Ow. This isn't a protest. This is a strategic disruption to the machine that feeds off of our hard work and labor. If you want to be a part of it, go to thepeoplesickday.com, join the Discord, and join the movement. This is how we stand up against what is happening in our country. We need to shut it down. We need to shut it down. So go to thepeoplesickday.com, sign up for the Discord, and you can get more information there.
Yeah, most libs just call that Tuesday. They ain't got no money to spend. They ain't got no job. It's like the movie Friday. Remember that? Oh, is this one? Only just is this late in the show, and I don't even have my freaking lights on. All right. All the folks that already didn't work. Yeah. You notice when they're looting the stores, none of the work boots are taken. Yeah. That's sweet, sister. Listen, cutie pie. If you would like to get people to actually do what you're trying to do. Oh, now I got old Glory not lit up. Hold on. Done. There we go. If you want people to get on your side, if you want people to do this harm to the capitalist system, stop being an idiot, because that's a good step one. Stop being an idiot and do a little homework on economics. Here's a fun fact for you. If we all today, and I'll just use one company as an example. If we the people, Starbucks, took all of our Starbucks gift cards and used them today, Starbucks would be bankrupt. It literally shut Starbucks down. There's no way they could bounce back from that, because they have reached over $1 billion in outstanding gift cards. How about that? If we, the people, if we decided to do all of our gift cards, our Visa gift cards, our Target gift cards, our Amazon gift cards, and spend all of our gift cards in one day, who's not going to get on that program? Today's the day we use all of our gift cards. Who's not going to get on that program? It's so easy now. You can just get online and do it, right? We're going to go use our gift cards. Shut our entire economy down. Gone like that. I do have to. I have expectations. That is true. Oh, they don't think so, Lynn. They just don't think that far ahead, pal. That's probably going to get my company to lay me off. But again, these are people that don't work as it is. Yeah. What do we want to do here? Oh, you know what we're going to do here? Remember that chick from she was Rudy in the Cosby Show? Cute as a button. She's not very cute anymore. I'm just going to warn you on that one. And she's done a video that is so cringy, and a social post that is so cringy that Gina from Martin made fun of it. And it's funny. Watch this, because this is the serious one.
My wife is about to explain to you her collection of fidgets, and if you have something to say about it, we got a problem. So keep the comments to a minimum and only likes. Babes, tell them about it.
Thanks, babe. So these are my fidgets, and this one is a cat.
Not kidding.
It's not my favorite one. It's pretty sticky.
Dude, they just move in. There's not an ounce of furniture in that joint. But I guess they got a camera. That's all they need.
So yeah, I don't take it with me often. Now, these three.
Yeah, shut up, dog.
These three
Not you,
are
boy.
identical, and despite being identical, they're also.
Quinn, I
Yeah,
told
Quinn.
everybody, no speaking. You're a part of it.
Dr. Quinn and Medicine Woman.
So, even though these three are the same, they're different. This one is much more firm. These two are both really squishy, and this is my
horrible.
car Nido, so it's in the heat, and therefore it's much more pliable. I also had a conversation with a 2-year-old the other day.
Conversation with a 2-year-old. I'm not surprised by any stretch. Truman, well said. Yeah. If you don't want comments, don't throw it out there.
And he asked me what was inside of them, and I said I wasn't sure, and we just agreed that it was slime. Babes.
Got it.
Babes.
Now,
What was that? That's what I thought.
yeah.
What?
These
Did
are
you hear me
little
say
fidget
that?
balls. If you squeeze them too hard, oh wow, I've never had that happen before. If you squeeze them too hard, they might explode, and there is a white substance.
Okay, just going like that to your dog doesn't work. I'm just going to go ahead and say it just doesn't work. Okay. So remember, damn, Gina from Martin, that actress. I don't know what happened to her. She kind of fell off, but she decided to make fun of it.
Son about to tell you about his toys.
They're collectibles.
Collectibles. My son about to. You sure they're not toys?
I love her now.
They're collectibles. Okay.
Okay, I literally want her to be a star in every major motion picture. I want her to be a billionaire right now just for her doing this.
I got it. He about to tell you about his toy collectibles. And you better listen. And I'm not playing. Yeah. I got them. Listen, don't play with my baby.
So I collect Marvel Legends. This is one of my favorite superheroes that I keep high on my display.
Okay, she's punking her son all while making fun of Rain, whatever the hell her name was, that wants her wifey's fidgets to be a thing.
It's based off my the Jim Lee X-Men team.
Jim Lee.
This is my favorite superhero is obviously Beast because he's a lot like me. He's different. And
He different. And he's a lot like him. Go ahead, baby.
he's
Go ahead.
different. He's one of the smartest characters on the team. His real name is Hank McCoy.
Hank McCoy is a superhero named Hank.
Henry McCoy, if you prefer to get technical, Henry McCoy.
Henry is worse, man. I'm telling you that.
She's the mom of the year. I want her to be the most successful actress in Hollywood. I swear I want
Go
to.
ahead, baby. Go ahead. Keep going.
Beast first.
And this is his brother. He
no,
blew
not,
too.
No, that is not. They're not related.
He's not his brother.
Okay, this goes on and on, dude. I just can't. She's fantastic. Oh God, that's actually a thing. My wife is going to show you about her mental problems and how she copes with her mental problems. Orale. That's too much fun. Gosh, that's great. That's amazing. I love it. All right, let's get. Remember tomorrow on Ion, I have a really super cool AI thing I want to show you guys that I'm very, 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 very super excited about. But let's get to this. We got to Lizzo's banging now. This is fantastic. Let's wrap it up with this Jake Tapper. And I don't. What is it a train wreck? Is that why I'm fascinated by Jake Tapper right now? And everybody's saying like, oh yeah, we knew about Biden. We knew. Oh, we knew. He's being interviewed about the debate that he did. Him and Dana Bash. And I don't know why I can't stop. And if you guys want me to stop showing this stuff, I will. But yeah, Raven Simone, thank you so much, Rhonda. I'm so absolutely fascinated by this. And it's like a train wreck. I just can't take my eyes off this. If you guys want to see it, let me know. But I mean, damn.
For you being there, you're co-moderating that debate. Yeah. It begins.
He walked before it begins. He is late showing up. We're in Atlanta, in a battleground state, Georgia. So Biden won in 2020 and Trump won in 2016. And both campaigns and candidates had been offered walkthroughs. Donald Trump shows, neither of them show up on time, of course, but the time for them to show up was still, laughably early. It wasn't really necessary for them to show up as early as CNN asked them to be. But Donald Trump shows up and, whatever you think of Donald Trump, he's a pro. Which one's my camera? What if I want to ask a follow-up? What if I want this? What do I do? When he's talking, when Biden's talking, is the camera on me? Etc.
That's you would expect that. And I'm actually glad that this turncoat piece of garbage actually said that and propped Trump like that. And just like, hey, dude's a pro. He knows media. And he's going to play the game.
Et cetera. Now, I'm supposed to go out. The debate's starting at 9 p.m., which, by the way, was another shocker to me.
Shocker.
When I found out that they had agreed to do a 9 p.m. debate for an hour and a half, I thought to myself, that seems late. That's late for me. Like, how is it going to be for Joe Biden? I mean, I understand.
Donald Trump right now, Joe Biden cannot stay up past 9 as the president of the United States.
That's late, but okay. I guess they know what they're doing. I think there is a degree to which I guess they know what they're doing infected the heads of so many of us covering him. Because why would you put him out there for an hour and a half debate at 9 o'clock at night when they could have agreed to a 7 p.m. debate? Because at 8:30, I'm supposed to be out on stage just sitting there. We're doing lighting and all that stuff. And I can't go out there because Joe Biden has just shown up a half hour before the debate. He's supposed to have been there hours before. And why was he so late? Because he didn't think he needed to do it. He didn't think he needed to do a walkthrough, which is crazy. Every candidate does a walkthrough. Barack Obama did walkthroughs. Like, you just do this. So he walks out. He hobbles out, he does that shifting thing.
Yeah, now it's hobbles.
Shuffling thing. Seeming really old, but I had seen him, so I was not surprised. He starts talking. He obviously has a cold. He sounds awful. His voice is already thinner and reedier than it had been. But now it's really bad. His first answer's whatever, it's fine. Serviceable. But then he gets to that horrible answer.
Which
where
one?
He completely loses his train of thought.
Eligible for what I've been able to do with the with the COVID. Excuse me, with dealing with everything we have to do with.
Look at Trump.
If we finally beat Medicare.
Thank you, President Biden. President Trump.
Well, he's right. He did beat Medicare. He beat it to death, and he's just.
And we have these iPads, and I wrote to the control room, "Holy smokes!"
Yeah, because
and Dana writes to me on a piece of paper, he just lost the election.
I don't know why I'm so damn fascinated by this turn. I don't know. It doesn't surprise me, but I can't stop watching that stuff. These absolute slappies that think that we're buying into like you knew. You're basically saying, dude, you knew, and we lied to the American people because we hate Donald Trump and we hate America so much. And we love everything that we get from DC and all the balls we get to go to and all the events and all the kickbacks and fun stuff that we get and the perks and the interviews that we get, that we will literally lie to the American people. Let's wrap up the week with something a little interesting. Funny how they all jump ship and threw him. Oh yeah, he's because he's not even. I think I saw a video of him following Jill into a building or something like that. The guy's toast. He's done. This candidate for New York City mayor, the guy is. I'm actually now giving him credit. He's 100% in on socialism, damn near communism.
Purposes about this entire project. It's not simply to raise.
Looks like a cult leader. Are you getting the Heaven's Gate vibe right now? You guys getting Heaven's Gate vibe? Yeah. If he's wearing dope man Nikes.
Class consciousness, but to win socialism. And obviously raising class consciousness is a critical part of that. But making sure that we have candidates that both understand that.
Okay, class consciousness. You hear that? Class consciousness. Divide, conquer. Remember, get everyone to be somebody different. Segregate.
And are willing to put that forward at every which moment that they have, at every which opportunity that they're given. We have to continue to elect more socialists. And we have to ensure that we are unapologetic about our socialism. There are also other issues that we firmly believe in, whether it's BDS, right? Or whether it's the end goal of seizing the means of production.
Seizing the means of production. Now that's communism. Seizing the means. Look at you smiling through it. Seizing the means of production. How? What? And they say talking about idiot. Never mind.
Where we do not have the same level of support at this very moment. And what I want to say is that it is critical that in the way that we organize, in the way that we set up our work and our priorities, that we do not leave any one issue for the other, that we do not meet a moment and only look at what people are ready for, but that we are doing both of these things in tandem, because it is critical for us to both meet people where they're at and to also organize for what is correct and for what is right, and to ensure that over time we can bring people to that issue. The ramifications of victory here is the difference between life and death for so many of our brothers and sisters and family beyond the binary across this borough of Queens. It's the difference between having cash bail anymore or not. It's the difference between having sex work be decriminalized and not.
Sex work decriminalized. So you want hoes in the street, you want hoes in all your area codes, and you want to basically empty the prisons. Is that what we got there? Zorhan McNugget. Oh, hey, Amber's here. Department of Commerce releases a Q2 report in July. Have another consecutive quarter negative GDP growth, like in Q1. Recession is official. Oh, yeah, we don't want that. Okay, Amber, I appreciate that. Yeah, we're wrapping up real soon, Amber. But if you come back at me with the felony convictions, I'd really like for you to do that. And yes, people are looking at the jobs report tomorrow. Friday is not going to be pretty. It's just not. If I was a company, I would be hiring anybody right now. No way in hell. With the stupid bill going through, it sucks. Whole damn bill sucks. All right, back to this lunatic. He's got another one of his cute little commercials out. And I didn't have enough room in my slate here, so let's Daddy's got to go to his glasses. That's right. Sometimes I just got to go to the glasses. Oh man, we have some funny stuff coming up, by the way. Oh, here we go.
Toward the Vienna model, we'll have to go beyond the market. We can establish community land trusts to gradually buy up housing on the private market.
We're buying up housing on the private market. Yeah, love this.
And convert it to community ownership.
Project.
We can give tenants a right of first refusal to buy out their landlords when buildings go up for sale. And we can fully commit to a new era of social housing.
He's going to win it.
Ending subsidies for luxury housing development and using our wealth to build beautiful, high-quality social housing projects that offer good homes and strong communities to
Projects
everyone.
are always good homes.
We won't decommodify housing overnight. But we know what we have to do, and we have history to guide us.
He's smooth as silk. We do have history to guide us, bro. We do have history to guide us. It doesn't work anywhere. Then look at, obviously, Amber and Lynn. Amber's on playing along with us on YouTube, and we do appreciate her playing along. But obviously not a Trump voter. This guy's going to seek the Democrat Party. He will sink the entire Democrat Party. And trust me, the Republicans are handing it to the Democrat Party right now, giving it to them on a silver platter. Here you go. Here's our one big, beautiful bill. You can just destroy us with it. It's like handing somebody a gun loaded and say, rob me now. That's what the Republicans are doing. But then you have this guy who is going to snatch it right back and hand it right back to the Republicans. This guy is a lunatic. This guy is literally going through things and ideas that have never worked in any country or any city before. Never. No, not that country. It didn't work there either. Sweden, Holland, wherever the hell it was. Didn't work. It worked for like 2 years, and then they had to privatize transportation. They had to privatize the banks. They had to privatize the utilities because government couldn't do anything right. This guy's fantastic. That's absolutely fantastic. I think this is another one of his.
Who succeed, let's say, in convincing Albany to raise taxes. And I'm a little skeptical that that'll happen, but let's say you do. There is concern, as Governor Hochul mentioned, that there will be people who leave New York City for Palm Beach or elsewhere. I know we're not going to be playing our little violins for the billionaires who have to pay more taxes, but they do take a lot of money with them. And in fact, the Citizens Budget Commission found that hundreds of thousands of high-income New Yorkers have left New York City in just the past 5 years. And households that earn more than $1 million pay about 40% of New York City taxes. So why dismiss concerns that your potential tax base that you need to harvest money from to pay for these things will leave?
I don't think that these are concerns to be dismissed. These are ones that I have to engage with. And ultimately, as part of the other conversation of how do we win over voters who haven't yet joined this campaign and this coalition, I have to meet with New Yorkers who are concerned about any aspect of my campaign. I have to meet with them who oppose with this campaign, because I'm not looking to lead a coalition of those that voted for me. I'm looking to lead an entire city of 8.5 million people. And the reason that I believe that we need to increase taxes on the 1% and the most profitable corporations is because of the fact that those are taxes that would then pay for a better quality of life for all.
But only if they stay.
And the reason that I believe that they would stay, because I want them to stay, is that when the Fiscal Policy Institute did an analysis of the top 1% of New Yorkers, they found they leave at 1/4 the rate of other income brackets.
Yeah, who cares? Here's the deal. Look, that's the thing. So you're going to go to millionaires. People that make over $1 million a year. You're going to ask them for $20,000 more in taxes. $20,000. Nothing to sneeze at, guys. $20,000 more but you say your quality of life is going to get better. Okay, so who else is going to pay for the quality of life to get better? No one, just you guys. You're $20,000 a piece. You guys got that? This guy made $5 million over there. That's $100,000 he's going to be kicking in, or we're going to be harvesting from him. But don't worry, your life's going to get better. I can't wait for him to win. I am going to donate to his campaign. I want to donate to his campaign. I want him to win so badly. New York deserves exactly what they get. This guy is going to seriously tank the Democrat Party. He's their new shiny face. He's smooth as hell, and he's going to win in a landslide. But see, when you say businesses will leave New York, his plan, if you tell him that, he will say, it's okay. If they want to do business in New York, I will tax them at a higher rate. He wants to tax white neighborhoods at a higher rate. Higher property taxes for white neighborhoods. I'm not kidding. And then next, you'll start to see the communism stuff come in. You'll start to see the Sharia stuff come in, and it's going to be glorious. Yeah? And it's going to ruin, you're right. It's going to ruin New York. 100%. And going back to Amber, I think you were right, dude. I think that when you said that GDP growth like Q1 recession will be official, we don't want that. I agree. I don't think anybody wants that. We agree on that for sure. Appreciate you playing along. I really, really do. All right, kids, I'm going to get the heck up out of here. Let's do the Go Show tomorrow. Let's have some fun. Well, because it is Independence Day on Friday, so we will not have show Friday. So we'll do FAFO Thursday. And we'll have some fun. Okay, guys? Thank you so much for playing along. You guys are the very, very best. Love to all of you, and we will we'll chat with you mañana on the Go Show. Have a great one, everybody.